Well, to make sure nothing like that happens to you,
We'll tell you why we have the best hardware that will prevent you from getting blue screens. Death. Although, of course, if it's not about the system...
And what does the system have to do with it? But what about bad incompatible components, all that stuff?
Components can be anything. The problems are always in the system. We need to reinstall it. Wrong drivers, bugs, features.
Max, are you going to tell me about the system?
All right, let's agree that our partners will never have problems with this.
Okay, I agree with that. Hi everyone, my name is Max. I am the technical director at True Gamers. My task? The most effective use of resources in our computer clubs and the implementation of our new developments. Why this direction? Is it entrusted to me? Because since 2006, I've been working on setting up server infrastructure. And since 2014, I've been developing proprietary platforms for resource sharing. In my series, we will talk about the technical innovations of True Gamers. We started with the remote rental of just one personal computer based on selected specifications, such as the club, graphics card, installed software, and so on. By purchasing access to the application, the user can gain access to standard equipment to complete their tasks, from video rendering to image editing. And all of this using the web interface of any browser, with the ability to send and receive data to a remote computer. Here we also have a unique user profile that can be saved. Any changes, personal files, program settings, and so on are saved for the next sessions. This feature was dictated to us by the players themselves, who want to have their own folder with documents, their settings for the graphics card, mouse, browser. In other words, it's a kind of rental of disk space, a sort of subscription, similar to Google Drive. And all of this can be done either from anywhere in the world or while sitting in one of our clubs, enjoying our drinks. One of our innovations is the render farm within our clubs. It's no secret that we live in a time when newer and newer content is constantly emerging. Every year, it requires more extensive resources for development, storage, and rendering. All of this often hits the ceiling of power, even for the most powerful gaming stations, which struggle to keep up with such abundance. Every year, it requires more extensive resources for development, storage, and rendering. All of this often hits the ceiling of power, even for the most powerful gaming stations, which struggle to keep up with such abundance. Information for processing. That's why the younger generation of specialists urgently needs a platform to showcase their content, capable of quickly rendering a giant project in a short time, thanks to the power of several top machines. It is precisely these resources that we will be able to share. A graphic designer, miner, IT specialist, architect, or just a game developer will be able to rent our resources, even while being anywhere in the world, just with one click in the app. Or physically, by renting an entire chain of gaming machines with the top graphics cards for their work. While being in the lively walls of any of our clubs, he will also, just like online, be able to choose the number of computers for rendering. To use the latest versions of programs like 3ds Max, Maya, Blender, and many others. So, what else are we developing right now? At the moment, the area of our efforts is cloud gaming and artificial intelligence. In particular, we are interested in creating and implementing artificial intelligence that is organized in such a way that no participant can gain direct access to either the data or the applications of other computers. And then True Gamers will introduce a new service that allows users to take advantage of all sorts of benefits. For example, different nodes can analyze various parts of the information, which will allow for processing huge volumes of data faster than when using other methods. The independence of the nodes enhances the adaptability and reliability of the distributed artificial intelligence system. In the event of a node failure, the other nodes can still function, and the system doesn't need to be completely redeployed after any changes to the data files. We really want to combine a thin client, fast internet, and the power of distributed computing to gather a virtual club so that our partner, who has the means for a venue or 10 to 20 inexpensive thin clients, could open a full-fledged club by renting the already existing resources of the brand. So in the future, by opening our app, a partner will be able to click to create a new club, set up a tournament, and invite new players to recommend, to promote themselves and their concept within our network. And all of this without millions of investments in top-notch hardware. Speaking of that, I automatically predict the role of the cyber club in the future. This is a distributed data center. The world, networks, artificial intelligence, rendering, blockchain, cloud gaming. This is just a small list of how the computing power of gaming PCs can be utilized. which sit idle between gaming sessions, or simply mine cryptocurrency. Our role in this story seems quite important to me, because in fact, true gamers are the real pioneers of their business. Trailblazers. And if you, like our future partner, want not only to acquire a network of clubs with cool revenue, but also to write your name in the development of world progress, then you should definitely join the True Gamers company. We're waiting for you to pave the way to our shared future together.
Hello everyone. I think it's time to touch on the topic of our hardware and software. My name is Max, and I am the IT director of True Gamers. I oversee the technical aspects of our clubs, from the hardware to the software, as well as technical support. IT director of True Gamers. I oversee the technical side of our club's operations, from the hardware to the software, as well as technical support. What's my background? Like many in the company, I got into the gaming industry back in my childhood. I saved money on lunches and went to computer clubs in the library where I played CS 1.6 with the guys. I've been involved in the gaming industry my whole life, and I have come a long way from being an ordinary player to the head of the IT department in several gaming projects. With all its vastness, with the experience I have gained over many projects, I came to True Gamers to make our esports arenas the most advanced and innovative in the industry. One of the developments implemented by my team is a hybrid system for storing gaming data. In simple terms, we have a server where the games library is stored, and these games are distributed to absolutely everyone, PCs in the club. This is one of the cutting-edge technologies in the industry. You don't need discs. On each PC, you just need to update the games on one computer, and all the heavy updates will be done. Many hours of admin work are reduced to just 1 hour a day on one PC. Everything with the push of a button. We are also developing a monitoring system for each PC in the club and the network, so we can predict problems in advance and prevent them promptly, and not wait for it to happen. In a cyber club, the most important product is, of course, the computer, the consoles, and our racing simulator. Therefore, our technical department is responsible for ensuring the operation of the main product, for what it will be like, and for the impression our guest will receive. And for me, as the head of the technical department, it's extremely important that the guest's experience with our product is enjoyable, without technical issues. In my job, it's important not only to monitor the quality of service, but also to stay on trend, keep an eye on new technologies to offer our audience the most advanced and best solutions. A new gaming experience, and we're doing great with this task. We have built more than 10 new clubs in the United Arab Emirates. We provide daily tech support for them and develop new solutions for integrating completely new equipment into the clubs. By the way, about the equipment, I personally work with the commercial department to get the latest equipment at the best prices and instantly releases. For example, we received new MSA RTX 4070 graphics cards straight from the factory on the first flight. We have now received the latest Bengzhou and 540 Hz monitors, the first on the market, and we are already updating all our clubs to meet the new requirements of cutting-edge gaming. So I can confidently say that we are a major brand with direct contacts with all the top equipment vendors. Naturally, we are developing not only the PC areas. Each of our clubs has PlayStation 5 zones, Pro, racing simulators, and in the near future we will open separate areas with VR, which will offer our players a new level of immersion in the game. I want to highlight our racing simulators, which have proven to be incredibly popular among all age groups and have managed to pay for themselves in 2 months. As for the PlayStation 5 zones, they are definitely the gold standard that no club can do without. But there is a high demand for them, both from companies and friends who come to relax, as well as from pro gamers. After all, console gaming is increasingly taking over the world. This is truly the new trend in the gaming world. In our clubs, we're already fully preparing to integrate VR. Moreover, we developed the system not only for virtual reality through headsets, but also for physical immersion through a motion capture and walking stand. This will expand our capabilities for simulating any environments and game worlds, from working in operations to piloting an airplane. But let's not forget about the world of classic PC gaming, which requires powerful hardware and the best builds. The builds in our club are easy. They handle all the new game releases. It's also the best value for money. The update of this spec is based on the requirements of new game releases and the arrival of new components. Another of our technical features, although not directly related to gaming, is the RoboDog waiters. Technically, this is a very complex product that gives the guest a new experience in service and demonstrates our capabilities. And of course, as befits our company, With such an abundance of active components, our clubs have their own tech support department with a full team that speaks the languages of all the main regions where our clubs are based. We are competent in both the software and hardware aspects and know how to work with servers and networks, how to monitor processes in the club, and how to establish a system for preventing technical issues in the club. With our tech support, you won't need your own system administrator as a partner. Our team has extensive technical experience in the gaming industry. At any time, she will be able to resolve any problematic situation and help set up your club from scratch. This is proof of my words. I can say that we already support more than 20 clubs, training all the nuances of their employees' work and providing the fastest and highest quality support 24/7. Managing the technical side and managing such a large network is quite a complex process. And that's exactly why we create training materials and conduct workshops to enhance the skills of the admins. We have also established and implemented a full tech support department and a help desk system. Just recently, we launched a rental service for gaming equipment, and we already have successful cases using our gear. Events have been held for top publishers, game developers, and tournament organizations, successful cases using our equipment. We hosted events for top publishers, game developers, and tournament organizations. For example, BB Dacia Dubai 2024 hosted a beta version showcase of the Call of Duty Warzone update for Activision, featuring Dota 2. All these events were held using the same equipment that we have in our clubs, which proves that we offer the top-notch equipment available in the industry. I think I've already talked enough about the club's hardware, and also about the developments we've implemented that make our work even simpler and makes gaming for guests even more comfortable. Also, what this gives you as our potential partner. By becoming a part of the Tour True Gamers franchise, you are not just acquiring the network of clubs, you are gaining the experience we've built up. And most importantly, you will be able to fully trust us, both on the technical side and in terms of systems. Now we are working together, which means that we will personally help you acquire the best hardware available. It's fine-tuning, training your future employees, implementing the latest developments, and the swift launch of your club network. And even after the successful opening of your clubs, you can be sure that you will always have support. And for any questions, our universal technical support service is ready to help, operating around the clock and in any language in the world.
How do you create a system that works on both sides of reality? How do you create a concept for a space that can bring together a community of people from diverse cultures and ages? A space that will free hundreds of thousands of specialists around the world, allowing them to discover new countries and meet new people. Let's think about this in the next episode.